Good morning everyone and welcome to Crockpot Wednesday. And today's Crockpot is going to be a special treat. It's another one of Fanny's recipes. Now there's two parts to this. First we have to bake it in the oven and then we're going to put it in the Crockpot. I hope you stay tuned because it's another good one. And today is July 4th, 1942. And this is Fanny's diary, my grandma. Today I was at the sewing circle and I planted celery. And in the afternoon I cleaned a chicken for supper. And welcome back to Crockpot Wednesday. Today we are going to make sweet and sour meatballs. I'm going to do what I did on Monday is I'm going to make the recipe, then I will share the recipe in a scrolling. That way you can pause it and you can write down the recipe for yourself. I know so many of you asked me if I could possibly write the recipe down, and I realized that that is something that I would like to do for all of you, my viewers, because I understand when you're sitting and you're watching a recipe being made, you really would like to have it written down so you can copy it. And so I am pleased to announce that I will take each and every cooking video extra time to write the recipe down for you, especially when they're grandma's, because Fanny's recipes are amazing. We're going to start with 1.5 pounds of ground beef. To that we're going to add 1 egg, and we're going to add 1 cup of breadcrumbs. And I have the Italian style breadcrumbs. I always like that because it just adds a little more flavor. We're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, not salt, garlic powder. And a little salt and pepper to taste. What we're going to do is we are going to mix this up and we are going to form meatballs. So what we're going to do is we are going to bake these meatballs for about an hour. So we want to mix up real good. Let me go ahead and wash my hands. To spray our pan, which I can't find my spray because my daughter was looking at my spray bottle with my cooking spray and I can't find it. I don't know where it's at, so I'll have to ask her about that. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to make meatballs with it. Now, it doesn't say how many meatballs or how big to make them. You just make them according to how you like it. So I'm making mine fairly big because I want to use this really small pan. Now some people what they'll do is they'll brown it in a skillet. I'm just going to put mine in the oven for an hour. So we're going to go just like that. The yummy part, this is the sweet and sour sauce. It's 1/4 cup of water to 1/3 cup of ketchup, one-half cup of brown sugar. You want to pack your brown sugar. To 1/8 cup of vinegar. Now we're going to go ahead and stir this real well. And this we pour over top of our meatballs. We want to make sure that we really mix this up good. Alright, we're going to cover this with foil and we are going to bake it for 1 hour. And I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. As you know, we got Brussels sprouts. It was on sale for 99 cents. And this is only half the pack. So for 50 cents, we're going to have some Brussels sprouts. Alright, my meatballs are finished and they smell amazing. They have that barbecue glaze to them. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make some egg noodles. And we're going to put egg noodles to them. What I'm using is the wide egg noodles, and I'll use a half a pack of these because it's just for hubby and I. We're going to go ahead, we're going to make these according to direction. Then I'm going to drain them, add some butter, and then we'll put everything together and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, our Crockpot Wednesday meal is finished. We have some buttered noodles that we're going to put in the bottom of our bowl. Then we're going to take our meatballs. Aren't they good? We're going to put them over top of our buttered noodles. And there you go, is meatballs with buttered noodles. Also, I have some Brussels sprouts on the side. So let's get trying it and see how it tastes. Another crock pot meal. That's really good. You can either bake it the whole way in your oven, or you can bake it partly and put it in the crock pot. That way you can have supper anytime you wish, or even lunch. That is so good. Meatballs are really delicious. It tastes so good with the sweet and sour sauce. Now this is comfort food. You could also serve this with mashed potatoes or serve it with rice. But you know what? The noodles give it a great taste. Now let's go ahead and try our Brussels sprouts. I know not everybody likes Brussels sprouts, but it's a green leafy vegetable that's really good for you, and also it's good in the battle against cancer. So good. This is a well-rounded meal. We have the protein in the meat, a little bit of carbs, and some vegetables. I hope you give this a try because you'd make Fanny proud. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.